Today, the new engine is coming to the Mid Sodor Railway. We all know the story soon is about Duke, who lived there with two little engines, Stuart and Falcon. But this is about when the new engine came. His name is Freddie. He was fast, fun, fearless, and fortunate to support the weather effort, and he had arrived from the mainland. Everyone had heard tales about Freddie. Thomas brought him to Arsdale on the flatbed where Duke was there waiting. "Hello, Freddie," whistled Duke. "I haven't seen you since my last visit to Festanyog. How is Bertram, by the way?" "They should be sending him over soon," puffed Freddie. "But in the meantime, I would like to see where we will be working." "I didn't know you two are friends," chuffed Thomas. "Oh, yes," replied Duke. "Freddie was the fastest engine in the hills." Before the workmen could have a chance to set Freddie on the rails, Stuart and Falcon came racing into the yard. "I win," called Stuart. "No, I am," Falcon wheezed angrily. "Who are you?" asked Freddie upon seeing the two young engines. "We are the fastest engines in the hills," they boasted. "Their names are Stuart and Falcon," corrected Duke, "and they are nothing but a bunch of impudent scallywags." "I can easily race them into the hills," assured Freddie. Stuart and Falcon found the idea to be a good one, but their drivers seemed against it. As the two engines steamed off excitedly, Thomas asked the silver engine, "Is it true that you can go that fast?" "Just trust me, Thomas. I can race them from this yard and back again," Freddie said. He was determined to win. After Freddie was unloaded onto the rails, the three engines were off to the mines. But Stuart and Falcon wanted a race. "Last one to the mines gets shipped off to the Soviets," Falcon said. "I thought we were against them," replied a confused Stuart. "Never mind," wheezed Freddie. "The first one who gets there has to do Duke's task of watching out for you two." "Well then, ready, steady, go!" whistled Stuart, and he shut off like a jackrabbit. Freddie raced along with Stuart in second, and Falcon in third. Duke watched them go, and went to fetch coaches for a special train, the picnic. Freddie was nearly out of puff when he reached the mine, but he made it to the first set of freight cars before Stuart and Falcon caught up with him. "I did it!" huffed Freddie. "Those young engines couldn't catch me." "Phew! You're so fast," wheezed Stuart. "Race you again," chuffed Falcon. "Can we please?" "Of course," tooted Freddie. "But first, we'll just have these freight cars sorted out here in no time." When work was over, Stuart called out, "I demand another race, this time back to the shed." "That means we'll have to go backwards," said Freddie. "Driver, you will have to watch out for me." They started again, but not before taking their positions. Falcon thought it was unfair for Freddie to go first before he did, but rules were rules. As they puffed along, Freddie's driver asked his engine, "How does it feel to be the fastest?" "Great," said Freddie. "I'm starting to know the rally like the back of my buffers." Stuart and Falcon tried to keep up, determined to win the race by bumping into Freddie's rear buffers. Faster and faster they went down the line, approaching the stations up ahead. They nearly fell off the rails at the curves and corners that passed them by, and the drivers, who were now fit to understand better, slowed the engines to limited speed. "We're going to lose," Falcon grumbled to his driver. "Don't get too cocky," the driver reminded him. You could go off the rails if this competition keeps up. And he slowed the engine down, as Stuart's driver did the same with his. They met Freddie at the sheds. He was beaming victoriously. "Enjoy the race?" asked his driver, walking out of the cab with crossed arms and a sly smile. "No," sighed Stuart. "Racing is no fun when you have to slow down due to difficult bends." "Meaning?" "That our drivers made sure that we do not try racing at dangerous speeds," muttered Falcon. "Then I win," said Freddie proudly. Yet, the manager was looking forward to seeing the new engine. "I understand that you, Stuart, and Falcon had done a decent job at the mines." "I know, sir," added Freddie. "Yet, these two tricked me into the race." "All three of you should know better than to race on such dangerous lines," the manager's tone went strict. "I don't think I could bear losing another engine, especially some who couldn't make themselves useful." Thomas arrived at the top station the next day, where he met Freddie there. The new little engine told Thomas all about the race he had with Stuart and Falcon. "If there is a lesson to be learned here, it's that you cannot race at dangerous speeds." "Well," said Thomas, "after my race with Bertie, the lesson I got was that safety always comes first before competition." And with that, the two engines, having both learned a great deal about racing from two separate events, went back to work, thinking of nothing but racing as a less violent alternative to war.